What's good? What's good? It's your boy Jay Shire from the Behind the Bench Sports Network. Wanted to make a quick video, and it's retaining to the NBA All-Star Game. This ain't a video to talk about how garbage the NBA All-Star Game and the All-Star Weekend is, and but it is to talk about the NBA All-Star. See, I'm 45 years old. Grew up watching, adoring the NBA since I was a child. Collected basketball cards, read the stats on the back. Graduated ESPN, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock. See, only a few understand what I'm talking about. NBA was my life. Played growing up, outside, competitive, high school, and that's when my journey stopped. Played after high school, but it was, YMCA, wherever the best basketball players was playing, street ball, get me and my crew, go up there, or, when you get a little bit older and you just know where everybody gonna be at, you get down there with your sandals and socks, your basketball shorts, your bag, your ball, you change on the sidelines, you talking to your homeboys, dribbling the ball, touching it, smelling it, feeling it, just in love with the game of basketball, just playing with local high school area players that went to different high schools. Now y'all adults, and you 25, 26, 27, you can still dunk, athletic, don't get hurt. Now, wake up just balling. Wake up, 7 o'clock. You get up 7 o'clock just to get to that gym at 8 because that's where everybody's gonna be at. Only the real ballers know what I'm talking about. Real ballers get their games in early in the morning, and then, we go do our thing afterwards. If it was work, go back home, gym, whatever it was, man. And this was part of life for so long. Then you watching the games. You look forward to TNT on Thursdays, watching those games. NBA TV on Tuesday, watching the games, breakdown. NBA Tonight used to be the best show ever when they had the right host breaking stuff down. I miss NBA Tonight. They really broke every game down, plays, strategies. Now NBA ain't nothing but TMZ. It ain't nothing but WWE. And the reason why I bring all this up, man, because I'm 45. I'm gonna say that again. I'm 45 years old, and this is the first time in my life that I did not have an interest in the NBA All-Star Game. I didn't care who was on the team. I don't know who was on the teams. I didn't care what the final score was. Didn't care who did what in the All-Star Game. The only thing I knew is what popped up on my phone as a notification that I guess Dame Lillard won the MVP and this three-point competition. But this is the first year that I didn't care about the three-point competition. I didn't care about the slam. Last year, I didn't really care about the slam dunk competition. This year, I didn't care about the three-point. The year before the slam dunk competition, I didn't care about the skills game. And now this year, I don't care about the All-Star Game. Slow and gradually, I just stopped having a passion to even tune in and watch the All-Star Game. Shout out to Angry Hoops Fan on YouTube. He posted a game of the 1987 All-Star game. I sat up and watched that last night. Honestly, I didn't even sit up. I fell asleep on it because it was really late. And I didn't even get to see the action of the game. It was just everything before the game and them building everything up to the game like they used to do. And that was entertaining. Seeing some of the old stars, some of the players come out. And you know what? When I was watching it, I loved that the players came out in their home attire warm-ups. I miss those warm-ups. I miss those teams having every team having a warm-up, the different colors, the tradition, the players with some warm-ups had the names on the back of the warm-ups, the Boston Celtics, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Philadelphia 76ers, those red warm-ups, those blue warm-ups, those purple warm-ups, the Phoenix Suns, Tom Chambers coming out. Man, I miss those. I miss that type of All-Star game. Like I said, I did not watch the All-Star, didn't have a care in the world. Heard something that team scored over 200 points. That's not even basketball. If you ain't able, and I don't want to hear that because the stars are just greater now. If it was never, I don't care if it was a rec league basketball, high school basketball, college basketball, you're unable to score that many points. I don't want to hear the league is in an all-star game. You're unable to score that many points. Why? Because you was actually playing defense. I don't want to hear that these stars they're a lot better than what they was back then because it's proven facts, eyeball test that shows you that's some baloney. I don't want to hear when you got Luka Doncic and Jokic tearing up the league and Joker looking like Arvydas Sabonis with a three. But Sabonis could shoot the three, but he was not shooting the three 5-6 times a game. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that Larry Bird cannot play in today's generation because the game is so, but Luka's very slow. But Larry Bird was 6'10". Some of y'all don't even know how tall these players really are when you really are next to somebody that's legit 6'10", 7 feet tall. It's like, wow, you're 6'10" and skilled like that. That's crazy. But man, it's getting to the point, and it's starting this year. And I know I made a couple videos talking about the NBA's rigged and, they're cheating for the Lakers. And the proof is there. The proof is there if you really know what you're looking at. If you really have an understanding of basketball and you see the patterns, it's a pattern. Some of y'all can't recognize patterns. That's why, when you go to some jobs, they test you on patterns, depending on what type of job you're doing. And that's because some people can't recognize a pattern and some people can. Same way, some people can't. They're real bad with reading comprehension. Not saying that they can't read. They don't understand what they're reading or they can't grasp what they're reading. You see what I'm saying? Some jobs, some employers have reading comprehension because some jobs require you to read and understand what you're doing, right? Same thing with some jobs that have patterns. Can you figure out the pattern? And some people just can't figure out patterns. It's not taking a shot at them. It's just keeping it 100. And when you can't figure out the Lakers pattern or you don't see a pattern when it comes to the Laker games and you're not questioning it and you think it's the player and this is the stars and they're this good and, you don't see the Lakers players don't get called for foul trouble. They don't get called for foul trouble and the other team does and all this. Like, it threw me. It's to the point where I don't even want to watch games no more because if they're cheating for the Lakers, they could cheat for any team. Well, you got those smart people out there that'll say, well, if they're cheating for the Lakers, why do the Lakers have this type of record? I don't feel like explaining this to those fans out there that says, well, if they're cheating for the Lakers, then why do the Lakers have losses? That lets me know you don't see what I see. we're not on the same level. Everybody's not on the same level when it comes to analyzing sports and seeing talent and know what the patterns is. If that's the case, we all be on TV, right? Talking the game. But the only people that is on TV is the ones that got connections, and they still don't really know the game like they think they do when it comes to evaluating talent. I bring up people like Kendrick Perkins, Shannon Sharp, the usual suspects. Some think a little bit deep, but still it's curved a little bit like a Colin Cowherd. They say things because they don't want to ruffle no feathers. Where's those Jim Rohns of the world? They used to just keep it 100 and didn't care. Oh, the money makes the dollar now. I mean, the money makes the person. The person don't make the money. It's a difference. So shout out to everybody that is able to really say what they really want to say and break down stuff the way they really want to break stuff down on YouTube. Those content creators, those independent content creators that could really look at a game, break it down, tell you what it is, and don't have to worry about, I'm ruffling LeBron James feathers or KD or Kyrie Irving or, I work for this network and they don't want me talking about this player because Adam Silver don't want, you bashing the game because it brings a black eye to the game. No, what it does, it covers up what you don't want people to see. See, Adam Silver, you are the reason why the NBA is trash. It ain't the players, it's you and the media. Some of it, if we had to do a pie chart, Adam Silver takes a big ass chunk of that pie. LeBron James takes a little bit more. Then the players. Then the media that's your pie chart right there. Media, Adam Silver, LeBron, and the players. That's the pie chart on why the NBA is garbage. Why I don't even have an interest to even watch the NBA no more. I follow it, but I ain't been watching it. But by this time next year, I probably won't even be following it. My favorite sport that I grew up watching, I can't even watch no more because it's garbage. I don't even want to follow it because it's garbage because I see behind the scenes. I understand why these networks can't do what they used to do because Adam Silver controls it. Oh, if you talk bad about this network, when those negotiation tables come and Amazon gives me their bid or NBC gives me their bid, ESPN, or let's say X gives me their bid, Facebook gives me their bid, then guess what? I'm going to take my product maybe to, one of these other social media streaming services, or I might take it to Apple or maybe HBO Max. I might take it there. They'll be willing to broadcast games. We already are working out some kinks and trying it out to see how it is. Baseball does it too. So we will try it out too and see how it works. People subscribe to them. They do what we say. Everybody wins. And I can still control this NBA like my name is Vince McMahon. See, sports is starting to get corrupt because it's too much. It's a lot of money. So when it's a lot of money involved, these corporations want to control everything. And if you can't see that, and if you don't know how this works, then you need to do more research. See, back then, when the games was just on ESPN and it wasn't no social media, ESPN had a little power to say, you know what? Y'all need us more than we need y'all. Now it's the other way around. NBA is, y'all need us more than we need y'all, because we could go other places. Back then, it was just, CBS, NBC, ABC, ESPN. Now, it's those same networks, but like I said, you got Apple, you got Netflix, you got X, you got Facebook, you got Amazon, you got HBO Max. I done named off about 7 other avenues that the NBA could go to. So now it's about 12 avenues, and they all got deep pockets that the NBA could broadcast their games there. And y'all fans that ain't paying attention, that ain't looking, y'all gonna continue to follow. But y'all ain't gonna police and tell the NBA we're tired. We want our sport back. The NBA is the only game out there that they can really rig. Everybody say the NFL's rigged and they got a script. I need more proof. I could show you all the proof with the NBA, with the numbers and the players and, with the rules of the NBA. Like, I could really break it down, and I'm gonna put out a video sooner than later. And it'll probably be my last video talking about how the NBA's they've been rigging games for like the last 5 years. And you got some fans that'll say, well, they've been rigging games ever since the 2000s. Let's say this. If they was doing it, they did a real good job hiding it. Well, look at that Lakers series. We're talking about one game. Not the whole series, people. One game that y'all want to say was rigged. But if I bet money, if you went back and watched it and you actually know what a foul is, because some people don't know what fouls really are, and you rip back and watched and then look at what the Lakers was getting away, look at what Sacramento was doing. Just count Sacramento's fouls. Then you'll see what I'm talking about. Or you could do both. Count Sacramento and count the Lakers, and then you'll see, and let me know if the game's rigged. If you see if you watch that game and then you watch a Laker game now, it's night and day. It's not even the same type of game. I'm not talking about the style of play. I'm talking about them rigging the game. Non-calls. Personal fouls that ain't getting called. Charging. LeBron using that off for him that he loves to use to get to the lane. Pushing off. That was not happening in that Sacramento Laker game. But yeah, did they use some games? Yeah, I could go back and say that Miami Heat series versus Dallas, that first year in the finals with Shaq, D-Wade going to the line 28 times and living at the free throw line. Yeah, that was because they didn't have Kobe Bryant. They didn't want to promote Kobe Bryant because he went through his legal allegations of rape, the R word. So they needed a face for the NBA because he was the face of the NBA after Michael Jordan left. But once he got in that trouble, it was, let's go ahead and shun Kobe Bryant. I think the boy averaged 35 points and had one of the greatest NBA seasons ever, but finished third in the NBA in all NBA. Come on now. That's not even normal. That's not even logical. So that was more. After that, I was like, I can't believe anything that the media has to say. But just know. And I know I was going on a tirade and I was venting, and it's just a whole lot because I hear it from these fans all the time that really don't know the game, or fans that was born in 2005 that want to talk. Matter of fact, fans that was born in the 90s but want to tell me about the history of what took place in the 90s and in the early 2000s. Y'all was playing video games because y'all the video game generation. And when I say video game generation, yeah, I grew up with video games, but we was still outside playing. Y'all wake up and don't even go outside and play video games. Y'all watch people on YouTube play video games. So y'all are the video game generation. We played video games, but we couldn't wake up and watch people play video games. Y'all played video games. Y'all are the generation that goes 8, 9, 10 seasons in a franchise mode. That's y'all generation. We didn't have that luxury. We, maybe they might let you go 2 seasons, So after that, you kind of got a little bored with the game. Now y'all get to have haircuts and go buy shoes and go to the park and go to the gym in these video games. Instead of actually going outside and play some basketball to understand competitiveness that y'all try to give passes to these players, or they don't have to play 65. They should be playing 65 games. you don't even know what competitiveness is. We was competitive on everything when I was growing up. You could balance a broomstick on your hand, you was being competitive. Who could balance the broomstick on their hand? We made up games just to be competitive. We made up games just to be competitive. Take the rubber band and who could shoot off the cans with the rubber band? Who could do it? Who could really hit those cans with a rubber band? We was competitive growing up. Everything was a competitiveness. Your mama asked you to go get some water. If you had some brothers, we run when you was a child. Only when you was a child. I'm talking about like 5, 6. You was running. Beat my brother to go get my mama or daddy some water because we was competitive. But like I said, I've been going for like 20 minutes on. Shout out to everybody that's still listening to this video. But let me get back on topic, man. I don't have an interest in watching the NBA All-Star Game anymore. I made a video you can find under the playlist, under J Shot, and I talked about a way that the NBA can revamp the NBA All-Star Game to bring viewers back. If you listen to that video, let me know if you agree. Leave it in the comments. And I'm going to try to re-upload it later on today or whatever. But I'm starting to get to the point where I don't have an interest in the NBA 100%. And that may come by this time next year and I'll be 46 years old. I'm going to just put my focus onto college football. Because college football will take the place of the NBA in about 2 years and be the most watched sports right behind the NFL football. And then the Major League Baseball is getting back to some. Major League Baseball is funny because they did all this stuff that was not working. Now they're trying to go back to what was working. And now the fans is coming back slowly. And I'm pretty sure they're going to implement more old rules, to get these fans to come back. Once they take away, we're going to put a player on second base and extra innings, then I might come back fully, but I'll start following it a lot more. I believe I'm going to start following baseball a lot more since I'm not going to be following basketball. It'll be college football and college, and MLB. I used to watch a lot of college basketball, but when you have players that the NBA want to go to the NBA out of high school and put them in some type of developmental league to take it away from college. Once college gets back to the best players got to stay there for at least 2-3 years, then I'll be back to watching college basketball. But sports as a whole, when the money's involved, the big heads get involved, the nerds, and they ruin the game. And that's what the nerds did with the analytics. I know I've been talking. It's almost 25 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. This your boy, Jay Shad. Follow the Behind the Bench crew. Shout out to the Behind the Bench crew. Check out all their videos. And until then, I'm out.